A small urn, a handful of ashes, and over a century of fierce rivalry. These are the ingredients of one of the most iconic traditions in sports. But have you ever wondered why is the England-Australia Test series called the Ashes? Where did this strange yet very symbolic name come from? What if I told you it all started with a satirical obituary, a mock funeral, and a rivalry that transformed the sport forever? Today we are diving into the story of the Ashes, a name born from humor, heartbreak, and a burning desire for redemption. The story begins on a fateful day in August 1882 at the Oval in London. England faced Australia in a single test match. Back then, cricket was already a very prestigious sport in England, but Australia was still seen as an underdog. No one expected Australia to challenge the mighty English team in their home ground. But the unthinkable had happened. Australia bowled England for a meager 77 runs in the first innings, and despite a valiant fight back, England crumbled in the second innings while chasing a modest 85 target. Australia won by 7 runs, marking their first ever Test victory on English soil. This defeat shocked England to its very core. The next day, the Sporting Times, a British newspaper, published a tongue-in-cheek obituary. It read, "In affectionate remembrance of English cricket, which died at the Oval on 29th of August 1882. The body will be cremated and the ashes taken to Australia." The humorous tone masked a deep sting of national pride, but the idea of ashes captured the public's imagination. When the English team toured Australia later that year for the rematch, their captain Ivo Bly vowed to regain those ashes. The phrase stuck and the rivalry now had a name. During that 1882-83 tour of Australia, England won the series, reclaiming their honour. To commemorate the victory, a group of Melbourne women presented Bly with a small urn, said to contain the ashes of a bale or maybe a stump. The exact remains still remain a mystery, but the urn was meant as a playful nod to the Sporting Times obituary. Bly took the urn back to England, and it became a private keepsake. It wasn't until decades later that in 1920s that the urn was officially recognized as the symbol of the ashes. Today the urn resides at the MCC Museum at the Lord's Cricket Ground, and the replica is rewarded to the winning team. The Ashes isn't just about a trophy, it's about the spirit of competition and the mutual respect between two cricketing giants. Over the years, the series has seen legendary moments in cricket. Don Bradman's record-breaking innings, England's miraculous comeback in 1981's Botham's Ashes, and more recently, the unforgettable 2019 Headingley Test where Ben Stokes pulled off a stunning win. It's a rivalry that has transcended sport, becoming a cultural phenomenon. Every test, every wicket, every run adds to a legacy that started with a very light-hearted joke and grew into one of the most celebrated traditions in cricket. So why is the series called The Ashes? Because it's more than a game. It's a story of loss, redemption, and an unbroken bond between England and Australia. What began as a humorous jibe has turned into a century-long saga of passion and pride. If this story left you curious about the untold tales behind iconic traditions, make you sure to like, subscribe, and join me as I uncover more fascinating stories from around the world. Until next time.